Right, I'm just doing a little bit of a monthly update because the reason being for a kick-off, first things first, is that I got to 900 subscribers sometime in the last week, which is really great. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much if you are a subscriber. The other thing is I'm going to just have a talk about what I've been building, and then I'm going to have a talk about what I want to do with this channel going forward, because I think, if I'm going to be brutally honest, it's time to change some things up. Well, I don't think this kit needs any introduction. If you've been watching my last few videos, it's a kit I originally built in 1991. It's followed me all the way to this house. It's been in pretty good condition, but a few years back I stripped it all back down with oven cleaner and rebuilt it. It's going to have a new paint scheme and a couple of other tweaks here and there. As you can see, it's halfway through being masked, and I've got to be honest, the masking got to be a bit of a ball ache, so I kind of stopped doing it. Plus, as I'm sure you know, if you're in the UK, there's a certain little model show that will be next weekend, Scale Model World, which I will of course be in attendance with my club. So I'm kind of doing stuff. I've got to get a load of gear packed up and ready to go. Work's just gone a bit crazy this last week as well, which of course it does. So I've not really had a chance to touch this past the last video, but it's coming on nice. Once I come back from Telford, I'm going to jump right back on this, get it, and touch wood, I'll get it finished in one video. So that's that. And basically, I've only got 2 ongoing full builds happening at the minute. I'm going to take the Halifax away, and I'll show you the other one. My other ongoing build is this, and it's the Typhoon FGR4 starter set from Airfix. You won't have actually seen this as a full true video, because I've only really been building this in live streams. What I was thinking, and the reasoning behind that, is that if I'm making a video about a build, I kind of want to keep my powder dry if I'm building something that's going to go into a full-length video, a long-form video, rather than a live stream, if you catch my drift. So I just grabbed this because I really wanted to build it, if I'm going to be honest. So we've got the live stream going and just started piddling about with this. It's at the decal stage at the minute, and like I say, the reason I'm giving it a bit of an introduction right now is because my long form videos, it just hasn't been seen. It has got the problem I've hit a problem with it, if I'm going to be honest. I don't know if you can see this before I bring you right in. I don't know if this is going to focus. Believe it or not, right in the middle of that picture somewhere, there is a serial number, a decal. If I'm fiddling about with it, moving the focus, there, you can just about see it between those 2 diamond panels, ZK377. I don't know if it's meant to be like that. Obviously it's going to be low visibility, but it's so low visibility I cannot see. I've got my glasses on, and I've just about where the camera is, which is 4 inches, maybe 3 inches, and I cannot see that. I can only really see it if I do this. So that is going to be fun. I've got the in fact, if I just take this out, because I've got the decal sheet here. Yes, here we go. And on the decal sheet, this, see that ZK377 right in the middle, looks dark grey. The problem is when you put it on, I need to change the focus. I've got it on manual focus. Yeah, when you put it on the kit, I painted in the colour they've said, it turns invisible. But hey ho, that's low vis markings. They are what they are. I assume, and the RAF know what they're doing. Of course, the national markings will be a bit more colourful, and there are these little yellow stripes to put on it. I think they're positioning low visibility lights off the top of my head. I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up. But anyway, yeah. Needless to say, I did not use the kit supplied paints. The overall colour, which is, just let me double check, is 165. And it just so happens to be, just, if I can spit it out, I'm trying to do two things at once. And it just so happens that I have an old tin of humble enamel 165, which is what I've used on there. The other colour, which is the nose cone, part of the tail fin, little bits and bobs, is, according to them, 167, which I've actually used Tamiya Sky Grey, which is, according to one of the charts I've got, is an equivalent to Humbrol 167. And it barely looks any different, which is why this aircraft looks like it's all the same colour. But when you see, the reason I built this, and I wanted to build this, is because I watch a channel called Ted Collinsby. He does a lot of filming, ironically, at Collinsby, where these aircraft are based. So I was watching these taking off a lot, and I thought, you know what, it would be cracking. Oh, excuse me, I'm just moving boxes around behind me. It will be really cracking to build one of these kits, and Airfix had bought this out. I thought, well, it's going to be a starter kit, so it's not going to be too taxing. It's going to be a nice kind of mojo build, easy build. It was a little bit tricky here and there, I have to say. But of course, it's only been built on live streams, so I couldn't direct you to a video where I build it. If you look at my old live streams, you'll see this being put together and painted and all sorts. The shadow stand is painted black. It's actually painted the same night black I used on the underside of the Halifax, because I had an airbrush full of black paint. This one to paint in black, and I saved time by just doing that at the same time. So that's that. That's modelling wise. That's the only two kits I could say with any certainty I'm building. I've got other stuff that's been ongoing for who knows how long. I've got the 124 Focke-Wulf 190. That's just been put to one side. It's I want to get stuck into that, so I might slot that in after the Halifax is finished. Because it really, it's been 30 odd years. It's been sitting waiting to be finished, so I kind of owe it to finish it now. Yes, I am doing also a review of a kit. I'm not going to say what it is or what manufacturer or anything about it. You'll have to watch the video I'm going to make, because that leads me on to what I alluded to in the start of this video, and it's about the channel itself. Now, when I started this channel in 2014, let me just give you something pretty to look at, something that's actually finished. So I bet you're fed up looking at those squares. I've got another kit up there you can have a look at. And where was I? Oh yes, I started this channel in 2014. So I thought it would be just a case of sticking my phone camera on, building models, talking to the camera. I probably couldn't have been more wrong. Making videos, making build videos, talking to camera. It's since I started it, I've discovered it's hard, it's tricky, it's a steep learning curve, and I piddled along even, and I was struggling to make videos. I was struggling to make anything that looked even semi-professional. So I kind of let the channel, Phil's Model Making, in sort of 2016, 17. I kind of let it be, and it was there. It was, I didn't make any more videos, or I did watch modelling videos on it, but that was it. I wasn't making any content until round about last year. I was looking at my channel, at this channel, Phil's Model Making, and it had, at that time, I do believe it had 180 subscribers, and I sort of thought to myself, you know what, that's not bad. That's not bad going at all. So I thought to myself, I'm going to give it another go. Oh, excuse me, having a drink. It's quite a dry mouth, as you can probably tell. So that was fine and dandy. I came back to making videos about modelling with a bit of a new idea of what I wanted to do and how I was going to do it. I changed the whole setup of the workbench to be more friendly to making videos and modelling. I also I bought a new camera. I think I've done a video where I've gone through all the gear that I use right now, because I was on my phone, and I restarted this channel in, what was it, January, February 2024. Great. And the subscribers started to steadily rise. The videos I was making, as I was making videos, I was getting more experience at that, a bit more confident with that, making videos better, which was great, because I have enjoyed learning to make videos and learning about editing and all that. Fine. There's a thing, however, called watch hours. When I come back to this channel, it was sitting at 1150 watch hours, I do believe. And that started climbing, because obviously I'm making more videos, making more content, the subscribers going up. That started to climb up steadily, same as the subscribers. It was fine by me, because I didn't want it to go crazy, because it would have overwhelmed me. Because I had to learn, I almost had to keep pace with what I can do with videos, that had to keep pace with the size of the channel, if you understand me. So it's no use if I had a video that went crazy viral and all of a sudden I had 10,000 subscribers, I would be having to make videos for 10,000 subscribers, and they'd be at the level, really, where I maybe more suited to working with 500 subscribers. As I was having to learn and learn and learn. I used the software. It was called, what was it called? CapCut. Then there's some issues with that, and they're making everything premium. Basically, the very basic stuff you really had to pay for. Plus, they got a clause in the terms and conditions that they own your videos if you make them on CapCut. No ifs, no buts. So I got rid of that. Started with the one I'm using now, which is called Shotcut, which took a bit of learning, but I'm getting there. So that was fine. But the watch hours, they went up to, off the top of my head, 2,600 and something, and they went up steadily, as I've said, which was fine. But what I've not realised at any of that time, these watch hours, they only go from the last 365 days. So I had some quite well-performing videos last year. As they're dropping off the 365 days, for some reason, the watch hours they're taking their watch hours with them. So since the last 2 months, the watch hours have gone from 2,600, and now, according to this, they are sitting at 1,400. They're just going down, 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 down. And I know what you're saying. Make better videos. More people are watching. Yeah, that's cool. And that's what I'm trying to do, which is what is leading me into what I'm going to say about the channel. I feel, if I'm going to be brutally honest, the last 2 months of this channel, I think it's gone a bit stale, gone a bit stagnating. So I'm switching things up, switching things around. The first thing I'm going to do is the little intro I made, which is far too long when I look at it now. I enjoyed making it. It was fun making it. I'm still, proud of it, but it is too long. It's no good, really. It needs to be retired. So there's that. I've just been working this weekend on a completely new style of video. And like I say, it's going to be a review video. Hopefully I've made it a little bit different. It's going to be a really interesting kit. I don't want to say too much more because you'll need to watch the video to see it. Oh yes. So there's that. The other thing is, it's kind of over to you. You're my subscribers. You're watching this. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? Any constructive criticism is fine. I have no problem with that. And at the moment, if someone just left a comment that said, you crap, make better videos, you tosser, I would accept that as constructive criticism right now. I honestly would. But yeah, on that note, I think I've rambled on long enough. So I'm going to cut this off here. We're going to get back to normal service. Hopefully videos, what I'm going to do with the videos will become apparent. And we'll get there. So I just want to say again, thank you for the 902 subscribers. If you're a new subscriber and you're watching this, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. And we shall go onwards and upwards. We'll have a great weekend at Telford next week. And we'll get back to modelling. And I've got some doozies of some kits to build. But yes, thank you very much. I'm signing off. So I shall see you all in the next one.